Hi guys, welcome back to the channel CCUK Resin, and it is time again for this advent calendar that keeps on giving from createandbloomcrafts, day 11. And in case you're wondering guys, yes, I have recorded these in advance. It's the only way I can get 25 videos out for you guys. So here we go. Let's look for day 11 and see what we've got. Not a clue. Oh, there's 12. That's quite a big one. Don't know what day 12 is. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. Where's day 11? I know that one's 25. Where's 11? Oh, are we missing day 11, guys? Have I gone? Aha, there's day 11. We're not missing it. That's okay. So I'll leave that on the top for tomorrow. We're going to see what we've got, and then we're going to make something with it. It's as simple as that. And the whole reason behind this is not everybody could get one of these advent calendars from createandbloomcrafts, but I thought it'd be fun to share the experience with all of you. And I think this is going to be another pigment, I'm thinking. So don't forget, do me a favor, like and subscribe while you're here. It's free. It's the only way we grow. And in this space, we all hopefully keep growing and learning together. So here we go, and I'm right, it is a pigment paste. What colour are we going to have today then? And what am I going to do with that colour? That is the question. Who knows? Anything is possible. Beaver! I think there's a bit of comedy value about this, because Lou actually sent out on invoices the word beaver once, which I thought was quite amusing. So we've got beaver brown, guys. Interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do with this beaver yet. It's just a comedy word, but there we go. So let's mix up some resin and let's use this beautiful beaver pigment paste. So we're back, guys. I've opened up that beaver. Sorry, I just can't stop laughing at that. I've mixed up 4 ounces of the Apex resin high gloss. As always, if you want any of this resin, get over to apexresin.co.uk, use my discount code CCUK to get some money off. And I just thought this would be a fun quick make. So I've grabbed some of my resin molds that I've got that I really like as keyring molds, and I've grabbed the beaver. Oh, Lou. Oh dear. Anyhow, so I'm going to put this resin pretty much half and half into these 2 cups. And I really liked, I don't know if you saw the crackle effect that I got in those reindeers with the iridescent powder. And I thought, you know, I'm going to try a similar thing with this beaver. The other reason why is I want to watch this, I really want to cure this. And it's only semi-cured at the minute, and I've just dripped resin on it. So I'm hoping I don't spoil it by doing this, but I'm just going to try and wipe that little bit off. Okay, that's good. I don't think it'll affect it, but I want to make sure it's fully cured before I demold it. So I've still got a tiny bit of resin left in there as well. But let's let's stir this beaver up and see what color that creates first. And I'm going to be adding something to it, I think. So I'm just going to use my silicone stick, and it's kind of a beautiful brown, a nice beaver brown. So again, as always, whatever's left on your stick is normally enough to colour it, and I think it's going to be quite opaque, this beaver. Here we go. Beautiful. Here we go. So that's that beaver. Now I want to add something to it because I want a bit of sparkle in my beaver. So I'm going to add some sparkly brass to this beaver just to give it a bit of bling in this beaver. So let's go with 5 or 6 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go with 10. This is going to be a very blingy beaver. And don't be afraid to add things to your pigments if you want to, you know. Create a completely different effect. And hopefully this will just give it a tiny bit of metallicness if it shines through. And I can just see a bit of a shimmer now on this beaver. And who doesn't like a bit of a shimmer in the pigments? There we go. Beautiful. So that hasn't done a lot, but it's added something to it where I think it's just going to give it a bit more of a shimmer. And then obviously we did get that secret violet, which I think will go really well with this beaver. So I'm going to mix up some of that. Not as strong as I did last time, though. I just want one decent sized scoop. And I'm going to put the lid back on this beaver before we continue. Again, a beautiful colour, and I can see me using that as a back for some blooms and all sorts. Trees, bark, anything like that. I think this beaver colour is going to be great. But let's add a couple of scoops of this iridescent violet and almost recreate what we did with the reindeer. But obviously it's going to be very different with these because they're different shape moulds, and I think we'll get a very different effect. And then we're going to sort of puddle pour these. Not puddle pour, sorry, dirty pour. So I do love a dirty pour. Nearly said I do love a dirty beaver then. That was... that would have been inappropriate, guys. So again, just make sure with the iridescents you thoroughly mix them because they like to sit on the top. And unless you mix them all the way through, you will get powder in your pieces. And look at that, I've got some on that mould, so I'm going to have to clean that off. But again, just take your time at the first, and it will mix in. You've just got to take your time a little bit. And look at that for a colour. It is stunning. And I hope Lou's going to bring these iridescents out in sets. Because I know there's a few colours. A few people have messaged me to say they've got a blue. And I love iridescents. Look at them. Just that beautiful shimmer that you get. So now it's been mixed around. Again, just scrape your sides and your bottom. And there we go. Beautiful. Happy that's mixed. So now, with these, I am going to... I think just experiment with them, you know. And I think I want to do these as a dirty pour. I don't know why. I just think it feels right. And I always say, something feels right, just do it, you know. So I've got another cup. I'm going to wipe off that excess powder, first of all. Then we're going to cure these. Then we can demould these for day 11 and see what this beaver has produced. Hopefully some beautiful pieces. There we go. And again, with these iridescent powders, you can use them as brush-ons as well. You don't have to mix them in resin like I'm doing. In fact, I think more people use them as brush-ons than actually in the resin, and then they go an awful lot longer. So I think we're about there. So I've got this separate cup. Let's pour in a little bit of beaver. And then a little bit of the iridescent. And then a bit more beaver. Bit more iridescent. Bit more beaver. And then a bit more iridescent. And we're going to see what these look like, you know. Love those colours though. So I'm thinking we're going to get a pinky browny colour. And then I'm just going to start and pour. Then the colours will start to intermix. And with this maple leaf, I only like to get it about half full, guys. Because it's a big chunky mould. And any more than half, I think is too thick for a keyring. So I might come back to it in a minute. Let's go on to the jellyfish. And the great thing with these moulds is they really don't take up a lot of resin. And they're about ½ an ounce. And again, they're from Into Resin, and they give you a beautiful, I think these are the crystal edge ones. And I just think it'd be fun to see what this beaver and this iridescent come out like. There we go. And I'm running a bit low. So I'm gonna layer it again. So a bit of beaver, bit of iridescent, bit of beaver, bit of iridescent. I think this is going to be all of that iridescent now. And then a little bit of beaver just to finish it off. And then we're going to pour the rest of them, hopefully. Let's start off with this turtle. In fact, I'm going to come back to that in a minute because I want that to have the most defined areas, I think. And again, hopefully we're going to get some of this iridescent coming through in certain areas and then the beaver standing out in other areas. So that's that beautiful seahorse. Right, now let's go back to the turtle. And hopefully there'll be a bit of iridescent. There it is, coming through. And this was just an idea, as I say, that went through my head. Thought it'd be fun to do. So that's what we're doing. And then this starfish. Now, before I fill that all the way, I've still got a bit of this iridescence, so I'm going to try and get it in the tips of the legs. And almost push the beaver back a little bit. Maneuvering the beaver into the center by pushing it out from each of these legs, and hopefully we'll get a slightly different effect by doing that. I don't know. But I also want to make sure I'm using all of this iridescent as well, which I pretty much have. And then I'm going to fill it up with the rest of this mixture. And hopefully we'll have enough to fill it. If not, and I think I'm a little bit short, what I can always do is just add a little bit of clear until it's full. There we go. Happy with that. Maybe a drop in the center of that one. Again, because I do want to make sure that these are completely full. Happy with that. And just a tiny bit in the jellyfish. And there we go. So that is that beaver mixed with that iridescent. I'm going to put a drop in here. Not too much though, because again, I don't like this being more than half full, this mould, because it comes out too thick. The rest of this I'm going to pour into a drip mould. Then we're going to come back tomorrow and demould. There you go. Guys, and here we go. Who's ready for demould? I can't wait. And look at the colour. Let's get these beavers out of the moulds and let's see what they look like. It's going to be gorgeous, hopefully. And look at it. It looks like chocolate. Wow. So this first one is this jellyfish, just with that beaver and that iridescent pink in the crystal edge mould. It just looks like posh chocolate to me, you know. You go somewhere like Hotel Chocolat where they charge you a tenner for a chocolate. That's what these look like. So we've got that one. And then we've got this maple leaf, which again turned out really pretty, just with that beaver and the pink. And let me know what you think to this colour beaver, you know. I mean, I think it's really, really cool. I think it does look like liquid chocolate, but I can see me using it to bring out some other colours, maybe as a backing colour. So here's that seahorse. And I'm really excited to see the bowl. But again, that turned out really cool. Just using the crystal edge mould. You can see a little bit of the metallic I used from the ink as well. Right, starfish or turtle. Let's go with the starfish. Now look at this. This looks good enough to eat, guys. This beaver looks good enough to eat. Absolutely stunning colour with that pink as well, that glisten. Absolutely beautiful. And here's the turtle as well. And who's ready to see the trinket bowl? I'm really looking forward to that. But there's no beaver in the trinket bowl. This was just because I had to cure it up and it looks stunning. So I can't wait for this. And I got this in one of the mystery boxes from Create and Bloom. It's one of my favourite little moulds now. I'm loving doing these little trinket dishes. Whilst you're here as well, guys, do me a favour, like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, helps me grow, and we all grow together. But this is absolutely stunning. I wish you could see it close up. absolutely gorgeous. Remember, with your moulds, fold them back the right way, the way they should be, and they'll last you a lot longer. So here we go. Wowzers. And this was just using spare resin. And this is one of the prettiest pieces I've got. And, you know, this is why you shouldn't waste your resin. Always have a drip mold by your side. And look at this. This is like a masterpiece. I could not recreate this if I tried. And it's almost more exciting than all these beavers that we've unmolded. But absolutely beautiful. Look at that glisten. Look at that shine. I'm so excited to have this piece. And it's just drip resin. It's that simple. So if you've enjoyed this, hopefully you have. We'll see you again tomorrow. Who knows what we're going to get? Who knows what we're going to make for day 12? And I'll see you there.